Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm James. I'm the CEO of the company, and we're really excited about the webinar today, talking about our new version. We have Emerson and Gabriel from our marketing team, and our special guest today is Fernando, who leads our product group, and he's going to give us a walkthrough of all the features. Before we get started, just a little on the logistics. If anybody has any questions, you can just pop them right into the chat, and we will stop periodically and answer them. And also at the end we'll stop and go through all the questions for sure. Okay, well, great. So we're really excited about the new version. It is out, and we're going to talk today about some of the new features. I'm going to start with just talking about one of the big features from it, which is the new Marketplace widget to add a little miniature store to the listing. So let me share my screen. Give me 1 second here. And share my screen. Okay. Okay, great. I hope everybody can see that okay.
Yep.
Is that okay? Can you see that okay? Great. Fantastic. So we have a new widget that you can add to the listings. So for instance, say you're in this is the detail listing page here. And if you search, we have this listing, say this is just a museum listing, famous museum in France. And now what you can do on the listings is add a block into the middle here where the listing owner can actually feature their own products or anything else, whether it's a service, a package, and basically you can put in a price to it. You can put in a description for it, and then a link to a buy now or a calendar or anything else that you can possibly think of to go to an external link or a link within the directory as well, and more details. So you can click here and do that, and they can add more items, and it'll go down in different rows here. So if you just click this, you can see, and then they can click here to buy now. And if you see, this goes right here. And this goes to actually the ticketing page on the Louvre website here. So anyway, that's a great feature, and there's a whole bunch of different use cases for it that you can do. And sometimes you're going to want to just make it link right up to a PayPal page, or the listing owner is going to want to make it go to a PayPal page where they can just purchase it right now. Or a Calendly link. Let me show you another example here. This is a restaurant listing, detailed listing here, and they just have some takeout specials here that you go in, and then you can go to an order now button. And then this actually goes to an external order page. And with this widget, you can restrict this widget to certain different listing levels, etc. Let me get in the back end here and show a quick example of how this looks on the site manager. So on the listing where you actually add the field, let me show you that first. Here's the listing, and then if you edit it. And then here you can see on the tab, we have an items for sale here, and then the listing owner can add more items right here to it. It's very, very simple. Put in the price, the button, up to 5 photos for it. So it's not a full shopping cart that handles inventory and all that, but it meets a lot of needs for a lot of different types of directories. You know, booking a service, booking things like that work really well. And then to actually configure the widget, if you go back to listings in the template editor, listing templates here, and let's see, which template is it? I think we have, I think I can put it in. Here's the entertainment thin header. I think we have one in this one.
Yeah, this one, that's right.
Yeah, okay, great. And so I think we have a shop tab. And here's the widget here. It's called products and services. And so if you just edit here, You can see you can change all the labels on it to call it products or take out specials or book an appointment. Appointment booking is really a great use case for this. Those types of things as well, and change the button labels and then save it to add it or remove it from the different listings. So anyway, that's a great feature that I'm really excited about. I think it'll help a lot of directories really add value and generate leads and sales for your listings. So great. I don't know if anybody has any questions on that feature. Otherwise, I'll probably just turn it over to Fernando.
There's one question here, James. How many products and services can a listing owner add on that widget?
Do you know what the limit is offhand, Fernando?
Actually, the site manager can define the limits based per level. If you go to the settings menu, manage levels and pricing.
Yep. Okay, great. Levels and pricing. And then we have an item here. Okay.
Scroll down a little bit.
Okay. Videos.
At the end, you'll see the template that you use in the products and services. You'll see there's a line where to define the limit for each level.
Okay. Great. Listing entertainment thin header. Great. So here you can set how many items, what the limit is for each level. So you can set this where the low level has fewer than the higher level. Great. Okay, so let me just see. Is this widget available on the events tab? Unfortunately, it's not. We're hoping to have more flexibility with this in the future, but for right now, it's really just for the listings at this point. That's a question from Kevin. Question from William, can this work with affiliate marketing programs? Yeah, absolutely. So many of the affiliate programs like iDev Affiliate, they'll give you a special link and it's sort of a link that does tracking and then it works with the buy button. So you just post in the affiliate link right into that link there and it'll track the affiliate program. Does this new widget go directly in the sponsor web page to purchase the product and service? Yeah, you can link right into if the sponsor has their own checkout system, cart, their own web page, you can link right into that as well to make it work there. Yeah, absolutely. Great. Do we have what else do we have? Any more questions? Just pop them in the chat here. Oh, can you link this to PayPal? Yes, absolutely. That's a really common use case is linking to the PayPal for the checkout. Or the other payment gateways like Stripe have a way to do that too. If you just want to link to somebody has their own checkout system, they want to link right in there to pay through that. Absolutely. Great. So I think with that, what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Fernando, who's going to go through some of the other features in the system. This is we have a long list of new things, new updates, so we're going to try to keep it to the point here. But we also have a blog post and a change list on the website, on eDirectory.com website. You can see there. Okay, Fernando.
Okay, thanks, James. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me share my screen here. As James mentioned, I'm going to share more details about this release, not the whole list. There's a bunch of new improvements and changes on the software. I'm going to focus on some special points, like what James already mentioned about the new products and service widgets. We also implement other new widgets for the templates editor that I'm going to show for you guys pretty quick here. And next, we're going to focus on the mobile app. That's the biggest change for this version. So for the templates editor, we created a bunch of new widgets to start for some options of new headers. And the idea here was to provide more flexibility in terms of layouts and niches our clients could fit using our templates editor, focus on different type of layouts, etc. So we have a total of 4 new header widgets, actually 5. This is the full widget that we already had. So we created this one that's a simpler version of the widget we already had, focus less on imagery, just the basic information of the listing. The centralized header, that's a good option for portfolios or professionals like dentists or doctors, something like that. Same for the centralized header, type 2 or type 3. These two headers here are pretty similar. The main difference between events is like the first one goes to the whole width of the page, while the second one fits the container of the page. And the last one is the header with gallery widgets. This one looks great in templates like real estate. Here's an example of this header applied to a listing template called real estate. So here, an example, have a listing for a real estate. So basically, this widget is going to show the gallery photos on the header of that listing. So this is a great option to promote your real estate listings or any other kind of niche that's more focused on imagery. So this was some options for new headers for the templates editor. Besides that, we also create another smaller widgets, but we think it's gonna give more flexibility to our clients. For example, the badges widgets. Where is it? Here. The badges are an existing feature, but so far it belongs only to the full header. So our clients didn't have much flexibility to apply that information, like on the sidebar of the listing templates or the left side of the template. So now it's a separate widget that you guys will be able to apply anywhere on the template you like. The same thing for this, the about widgets that we already had before, which includes the listing main image, this summary description and description. That widget still exists, but we'll also split it into 3 new widgets. We've called them like summary description plus photo, and the long description. So this way we can combine them in different positions instead of having only one option as before. The product and service widget that James already mentioned. The contact information widget is another option to give more flexibility in terms of layout. This widget, let me see if I can find an example here in some listings. Basically, the contact information that it's usually applied here on the header, it's already available on that widget, so you can apply in any other place of your template, like the sidebar or the left side as well. So you no longer need to keep using only this header option with all this information. Now we have other options and new widgets to give you more flexibility in terms of layouts and issues for your listing template. Okay. Do we have any questions so far?
No, that's okay, Fer.
Okay. So let's talk now about the new mobile app. I think everyone's pretty excited about the news here. So before I share more details about the mobile app, I just like to explain the 2 main goals with this project. We always have in mind first the flexibility of the project, so allowing our clients to hit different type of niches and allowing them to create whatever they want. So this was the first thing we kept in mind during this project, and we created a few more features and functionalities to allow you guys to play a little bit more with the mobile app. So this was the first main goal. And the second one was to think about functionalities for the end users to keep engaged on the mobile app. So this was a huge thing we kept in mind along the whole process. What kind of features and functionality we could offer to end users so they can keep the app installed on their phone and use it on a daily basis. So with that in mind, this is the new layout. Actually, the final product it's already done. I'm showing you guys the prototype here because it's easier to share my screen. It's faster. So with these 2 main goals that I mentioned, this is the final version of the new mobile app. Here you guys can see the home screen of the page with some elements that you guys are already familiar with and some new stuff that I'm sharing more details. So the home screen starts with the slider. The slider, as you may already know, it's a feature that the site manager are able to control. You can use it or not. It's not mandatory to have the slider on the home screen, but it's a good way to promote some specific contents, upload some images, banners, or even upselling some listings and give them the exclusive spaces there. We followed by this is a new feature on the home screen. We call it stories. It's pretty similar to Instagram. but this is a specific, an exclusive feature for the site owners. So the site owners will be able to manage the stories themselves, nothing like the sponsors can upload the images or something like that. This is a feature for the site owner where they can promote the special deals for the week, like recent events, some stuff like that. So it's a great feature to give you more options of how to promote your plans and monetize your directory, selling special places in your app as well. I'll show you later how to configure the stories on the site manager backend. Here we have the featured listings blocks, feature listings, popular deals, events, etc. Everything you guys can see here, it's going to be completely configurable, like the labels, the order, and what type of content will be shown there. We finally offer banners for the mobile app as well. Now, the same way we can upload banners for the web version, they'll also be available for the app. And here's the blog. Let me jump to back to the site manager and share more details about the home screen. So here on the site manager on the mobile app home screen section, this is a new interface where you guys will be able to manage and configure the look and feel of your home screen of the mobile app. We use the same approach we already have on the page editor and the template editor, so we brought the same idea, the same concept to the home screen as well. So here I can manage my sliders. It's very similar to what we had before, followed by the tabs. I can reorder the tabs, change their labels, hide some tabs. Let's say if I don't want to give more focus to the articles module of my directory, I can simply hide the tab. It's not mandatory to use it. Reorder and rename the tabs, whenever you want. Followed by the stories. Here is the interface to manage the stories. To start, this label here is the ones going to be shown. Let me see here. On this part, you guys decide what's going to called. And followed by the groups. Here we can create unlimited groups of stories, and inside each stories you can add up to 5 type of content. This content can be like any kind of listings from your directory, like listings, events, or just a custom image, like a banner, something like that. So here's we have a limit of 5 different type of content inside each group, but we have unlimited groups. Okay. After the stories, we have the blocks to configure the featured content. Again, we can disable the contents we don't like to promote on the home screen and also reorder them. And similar to the page editor, we can choose the behavior of each block, like define the label and what's the criteria and the rules to bring those listings. Like let's say I want to bring only diamond listings from the highest level, order alphabetically, and random as a second criteria. So we have a full flexibility here to define what kind of content is going to be returned here on these blocks of the home screen. On the tabs, the same blocks are going to show as being shown here on the featured listings, for example. They show again here on the top of the listings tabs, followed by the listing categories, and also the first 10 results ordered by the user location. This is the default behavior of this tab. Here's another example of a banner applied to the results. This is another new feature as well. As I mentioned, there's a spot for a banner here on the home screen, but we also implement the banners on the results page of the app as well. So every 5 items on the results, a banner will be shown for the user as long as there's banners available on the system. This is the deals tab, pretty similar. Showing the categories followed by the results, the events, classifieds, blogging, and articles. Still talking about the improvements, consider the two main goals I mentioned. In terms of flexibility, the whole listing template editor functionality is now available on the mobile app as well. Everything we configure on the listing template that reflects on the web, like the widgets, the order, their labels, is going to reflect on the mobile app as well. So we won't have any problems in terms like the web version shows some kind of content and the mobile app doesn't. So for this new version, everything that exists on the web version is going to be shown on the mobile apps the same way. So here's an example of a listing detail page. The header is the full, regardless of the template. It's the same header structure, but start from the tabs below. Everything's going to follow the information defined on the template editor, like the tabs, the labels, and the widgets itself. So here's an example of some custom widgets that was created on our latest release, version 13. They did not exist on the app before, so now they're available here. An example of the more details custom widget. Here's another custom widget as well. It's called Specials, this one. The checklist widget as well. So everything we had before on the web version is available here on the listing template. The banner, again, here, there's a spot for the banner, related to the listing, so everything is here. Let me show an example of a deal. Here's an example of the deal detail page. We also made some changes on the deals functionality, including the ability to remove the need to display discount down. So if you guys as a site owner doesn't want to use the deals module as a Groupon thing, you can simply disable the display of discount down, and also the deals left to redeem. This can remove it as well. So it's a flag available on the site manager that's going to remove this not only from the mobile app but also for the web version too. The same thing was done for the pricings. Now it's not mandatory anymore to create a deal and add like a price and a price with discount. If you guys want to create a general discount like summer sale, everything with 100% off, we can do something like that. It's not necessary to type a price and the discount price for each specific deal. I'll take a look on the events page. This is our events page. Classifieds. This is a blog post. Actually an article. And this, this is an article, yes. The previous one, it was a blog post. And this is an article. Some other functionalities that created, not only on the mobile app, but the web version as well, consider this goal of allowing site owners to promote the app and keep their users engaged. We create two new features related to the banners and the banners modules. So here's on the banners, you guys will be able to create deals that are exclusive, available only for the mobile app. So this way you can create promotion that's going to be shown only specifically on the mobile app. This is a nice feature as well. The same thing can be done for the banners.
And that's important too. I just wanted to mention is having it only available on the app is a technique many people use to get people to download the mobile app. One of the challenges with the native mobile app is just getting people to download it on the phone. So if you say, hey, listen, this promo is only available on the app, that goes a long way to help people download the app.
Exactly. And the same thing can be done with the banners. We can create banners that are exclusive for the mobile app as well. It's pretty much the same thing. Back to the app. Here's sharing more details about the other sections. Here the inbox page is pretty much a screen where the user will be able to keep track of their notifications. The notifications is powered by a tool provided by Google called Firebase. It's a free tool and super powerful. You guys will be able to send notifications for your users direct from that dashboard. It's very simple. You simply need to type your notification title, description, and upload an image. And Google provides all the other technicalities for you. So once you send a notification to your users, it's going to be started here on the inbox section as well, so they can keep track and delete if they want. It's no longer only shown as an alert on the app and be forgotten there. This is the saved sections, like the bookmark section actually of the bookmark, the mobile app. Everything the user saved will be shown on this section here. And this is the interface to the more menu where the users can manage their account, check very recently redeemed deals, manage their reviews. We also create this new screen with the recently viewed content. So everything the users open on the app, like let's say I'm just browsing through the app, check some options, all the items that the users visit is going to be saved and show on this screen here, so they can easily see again that content. The custom pages that we already had before, it's work the same way. It will also improve a little bit the interface of the manager account section. It's now possible to change all the basic information for a visitor, including their picture, which wasn't available before. So I guess it's pretty much it from the main topics I'd like to share. I think we can open for discussions.
Questions, yeah. Great, yeah, thanks Fernando. And one other thing just to mention is this app was rewritten from the ground up using the Flutter platform, which provides, it creates fully native apps for Android and iPhone that can be submitted into the store, and it allows us to write one code base. So we're hoping in the future we're going to be a lot faster when we're developing the app, and also custom development is also more viable now, because instead of having to write one version for Android and one version for iPhone, now we just have one code base for this. So we're really excited about all this. Great, so we have a number of questions stacked up here. Let me just jump in and go through them.
I've been answering a few of those, but you can follow up.
Okay, I think the first one I see we didn't follow on was maybe from Teddy. Does that sound? Does the directory allow you to have a membership and direct sales platform on one site? Yes, Teddy, I think this is probably a more detailed question that's probably better for you to discuss with an account executive. They can just figure out exactly what you're trying to do and how to get you there. But yes, that's what the platform is for. We'll send you contact info for the team so that we can follow up on specifics for that one. Question from Salvatore. I wanted to have a video instead of a slider on my homepage. Yeah, so we do have a video widget, so you can put the video widget on your homepage with the page editor and do that. So yes, it's possible. If you have questions on how to do that, just reach out to our support team. We have online chat on eDirectory.com, or send an email, support@eDirectory. We'll post the email messages in here. Question from Kelsey: how will existing apps be affected by the update? Yes, so existing apps work with your existing website, and they're there. When you're ready to upgrade, the new app requires the new upgraded version, the web version as well. So you fill out the upgrade request form, and then we'll upgrade, and then the apps need to be resubmitted to the App Store to do that. So basically, the old apps will still run until you decide to upgrade. Question from Steve: please explain the process for upgrading our directory with this new release. Is it a choice whether to upgrade or not? Will you continue to support the older versions? We have some custom work and want to know whether that code will transfer and what our options will be. Sure, yes. So the upgrade process, typically we do upgrades by request. Some clients just like how things are running with the version they're on and don't want to upgrade at all. So to request an upgrade, we have a form, or you can just reach out to our support team to do that, and then we put you in the queue for an upgrade. With the monthly service version, All the upgrades are included. You just request it. There's no additional cost for that. With the own license version, you need to have the annual support package. And if you have the own license and you're running it on your server, you need to have the annual support package to get the upgrade for that. However, regarding will we support older versions? Yes, we support older versions, a few versions back, and then at some point we end the support life for them. Usually we provide support for a number of years though, so that's fine. As far as the custom work that you had done, there is typically some cost to move the custom work over. Somebody needs to look at it and check the merge with the new version and see what's affected and if there's going to be problems there. So we do need to get, unfortunately, do need to get those labor costs covered. It's usually not as expensive as doing the work, you know, all from zero, but there is some cost. So on that, just reach out to your account executive and say, hey, listen, we're looking for a quote on what it's going to, you know, cost to upgrade and migrate in the custom development that we've done for that, and we'll be able to get you a cost and a timeline for that. As far as timeline goes, we process the request sort of on a first come first serve for upgrades, and so we have a queue, and after you fill the form out, we'll give you some type of an estimate on how long it'll take to upgrade. If you have a pretty stock version without customization, we can do those relatively quickly. The custom sites sometimes take a little bit longer, but we'll be able to tell you if you do request the upgrade. Okay, question from Edmund. Do the listing levels, featured listings, work properly in the new app? The listing levels in the current app does not work. Yes, I think we have the listing level stuff working in the new apps. So yeah, that should all be set. Can you click on a listing on the app? Maybe Fernando can click and just give a view of what a detailed listing looks like. There's the detailed listing view, and we'll have the demo in the App Store. It's already been submitted, and within another week or so, we expect to have the demo directory app in the App Store where you can take a look at it yourself. Okay, Tim Hudson, will the articles be presented newest at the top and oldest at the bottom? Fernando, do you know the ordering for the articles by any chance? Oh, I think you're on mute. I'll ask him to unmute there.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Actually, it's up to the user. The site manager can define the behavior of the content. By default, yes, it's going to show from order by the most recent ones to the oldest.
Okay, great. Question from Paul. These changes are only from site manager or customers? I'm not exactly sure what you mean there. The customers obviously can add in their sponsored their listing info. I guess that's probably what he's asking. Yes, sponsors can add and edit their listing info, but then the site manager has full access to everything as well as configuring the templates for that.
Yeah, maybe it's about the new options for like the exclusive mobile app banners and the deals that's available for sponsors as well.
Okay, great. Okay. Will I have to pay to upgrade my existing app? So if you have the ongoing version, if you have sort of the monthly license, no, it's included. If you have the own license, there's an annual upgrade package for that, depending on what you have. But reach out and we'll be able to tell you what it's going to cost to get things moving. I think to submit it, if you need us to do the submission, there is a submission cost for that, but if you submit it yourself, then you can do that part. But I don't believe Apple charges to submit. There's an annual store plan. So but reach out to the team. We'll be able to talk through, figure out what you have and what's involved. Where are deals stored? If users want to quickly see the deals they got to present a business. Yeah, so we have each listing has deals associated with them. and those are the deals that are in there. So that I think if you look
James,
through the interface,
I believe that he wants to know that where the deals are stored. So it's on the redeemed deals are stored on the visitor's account, so they can easily access that from their mobile phone or even the mobile app. It's pretty simple to present the redeemed deal to the business.
Okay, the redeem deals. Okay, got it. Yeah, absolutely. Good answer. There we go. Functionality of the inbox, those are for the app notifications. You can send out messages to people with the apps, and they'll get that. You know when you get an app and it has that little red on iPhone, it has a little red number. Hey, there's a new message. That's a notification. So you can send those out with the apps to promote different things. Can the end user change their listing directly on the app, or they need to go to the web page to change their listing? Fernando, do you want to answer that part of that one? I mean,
Probably he's mentioning about the sponsors area. It's still not available in the mobile app, but to have it on queue, actually, we already have big parts of the screens developed and the prototype done as well. So this would be the next steps of our roadmap and priorities. The same thing for the plugins. If I'm not wrong, there's a question about the plugins. We also already create all the screens and the prototype. So it's the same thing will be done next for the plugins. It's our two main priorities for the mobile app moving forward.
Yeah, and there are some concerns. The app stores sometimes try to take a fee off purchases that go through the app, and so there's some things to think about regarding all that if you're charging for listings. But yeah, it's on the roadmap, and we're making constant progress here. Okay, let me see. Is the mobile app custom to directory owner? Yes. So each site owner has their own mobile app with your own branding on it, and you submit it to your own Apple account or your own Google account. They're native, and it has your content and your branding and your colors and all that sort of stuff on them. So yeah, it's all unique. It's your own unique app. So the new app is on one system, right? Push notifications will work on iOS and Android. Yeah, so the push notifications use a system called Firebase, but it sends them to both. They go to both Android and iPhone for that. Great. Can the app show notifications on the end user screen on the iPhone? Yes. That's the whole point of those notifications there. Buy now button link will link to my payment gateway, automatically show in the button link field in the Marketplace widget. Yes, you put in your own link there to whatever external payment system you're using, and it'll check out there. Can any of the plugins work on the app? That's something we also have on the roadmap, is making the plugins available on the app. Those are not ready to go at this point, but in the future we do hope to have those done. Kevin gave us some great feedback. Super impressed. Thanks, Kevin. Glad to hear that. Fernando and the team have been working really hard for a long time on this, so really happy to have it out. Can we upgrade now? Both apps and websites. Yeah, put in a request. It's going to take a little bit to get the upgrade done, but put in the request and we'll get you a timeline and figure out what you need to do for that. Does eDirectory manage the Flutter code base, and is there automatic pushes and updates to the app stores? No, so Flutter is actually, it's an open source system. It's actually supported by Google as well, but if you look at the stats on it, you'll see that the user base is just increasing like a hockey stick in terms of people using this platform to build both iPhone and native apps. There aren't any automatic updates or any automatic pushes to app stores for it. What happens is with Flutter, you build it, you write the code, and then you build it and then submit those to the stores for that. What PHP level are we on, Fernando? Do you have any update on that? I know that's one of the things we're working on as well.
We're still on 7.1. We have plans to upgrade to the newest version. It's on our roadmap as well. but unfortunately we don't have an ETA yet considering other priorities. But we are trying to do whatever we can to accomplish this kind of updates, not only on PHP, but other libraries like Elasticsearch or frameworks such Symfony, etc.
Yeah, so we are working on trying to get everything updated with all that. Hopefully now we're going to be able to move a lot faster on a lot of things. Pandemic has been pretty interesting here, working this new paradigm, but things are running now. We're really happy about the progress on things. Okay. Can your logo be shown on the app? Yes, absolutely. Your logo will be on there, your custom logo. Any plans to improve the blog section? That's certainly something that we've thought about, just sort of some layout enhancements, et cetera, on the blogs section. David, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, you can just send us an email what you'd like in there, and we'll include that feedback in our considerations for it. We'll post in the emails at the end of the chat here. Does the new Marketplace widget work on the new app?
Yes,
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. Specifically about the blog, if we had the ability to add widgets like the listing widget within a blog, that would be great. Yeah, that's actually one of the things that we've been thinking about, is just how to make it so that you can include little snippets that show a listing somewhere else. You know how you see like you see Twitter posts, everybody posts somebody else's Twitter post somewhere else in an article or whatever. Those are things that we're thinking about making a little set for being able to do that. So we hear you on that. If you have any more suggestions, send those over though. Question from Warren: with all the new changes, will the SEO be impacted in a positive way? Yes, Warren, we're hoping. We've done a lot of work and thought a lot about SEO, so yeah, hopefully the SEO will be improved with everything we do. There's actually a whole long list of other little minor tweaks and enhancements and changes with this release as well that are in there. So yeah, so we'll see. Okay, question from Tim Hudson: will leaderboard banners be visible on the app? What are the banner sizes that you have on there? Would one of those
actually, for the mobile app, is going to be available the square banners and large mobile app banners, not the leaderboard.
Not the leaderboard, but on the app, they sort of go full. The mobile banner sort of is like the mobile screen's kind of smaller there. So that's what we got on the app. Tim, if you have any suggestions on that, please let us know. Send us an email or something about banner sizes for the apps. I'd love to hear the feedback on that.
This is an example of a large mobile banner.
It's almost a leaderboard.
Yes, and the square banner, I think it's applied on the listing page, if I'm not wrong, or something else. But that's the one. Oh, here it is.
Great. Question from Greg: can a restaurant client link their menu to the site and receive orders online from the customers instantly? Yeah, so you can do that. Create all the little products in the products and services widget, the Marketplace widget, and then link to some other external ordering food system. There's a lot of those all over the world, and then just link to the checkout there. So that I think there's a way to get that done, depending, but reach out to our support team if you have any questions on there. Question from Paul: for the different levels of listings, can we edit what is in the offered list? Yeah, so there are ways to configure what's in each listing level in the site manager. A lot of different options there. We can have our support team can walk you through that, Paul. I'm happy to show you a demo of how to configure your listing levels, but yeah, you can configure what's in them. From Steve: thanks for the answers. I look forward for an email. Okay, Steve, yep, we'll reach out on that. Note that, Emerson, to send him an email. Question: can real estate agents add houses they have for sale to their listing? Yes, so there's a couple ways you can do that through the linked listing, and then create a real estate agent listing and then link those to individual property listings. To do that, you could actually probably use that little Marketplace widget as well for that, and just put the houses up there and then on the buy link to a contact form somewhere else on either the eDirectory site or on the agent's website.
Fernando, can you show the Zaeta listing? We have that set up. If you scroll down, you can see our properties right below that. So that's a way to show the linked listings inside the real estate listings. The agency or the real estate agent can showcase all of their portfolio.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then there's the book visit to the call to action there. From Paul, it has a question from a while back. Okay. Next question. Can you add a link to LinkedIn on the web page in the app? Yes, there's a bunch of ways to do that. There's the custom content widget. You can put in LinkedIn snippet or a link there. So you can certainly do that. If you need help doing that, reach out to our support team. Have these changes been updated in demodirectory.com? Yes, the demodirectory.com has been updated. So you may need to get in there and check out. I think like not all the listings have the Marketplace widget, but there's certainly some of them in there. We're going to work on adding more content behind, but you can check it out there on demodirectory.com. From Chris, thanks for your time and information on the upgrade. A quick question, where can we give this new version a test drive? You can see a test drive on demodirectory.com or reach out to your account exec and we'll get you a link for that. Does Apple or Android charge a fee to have your app in their app stores? Yes. The big conglomerates charge a fee for everything. And so I think the fee to have you need a developer account in Apple and the Google Store. I think what are the price today? It's $99 a year to have your app in the store, even if it's free.
For Apple, it's $99 yearly, and for Google Pay, if I'm not wrong, it's a one-time fee of $25.
Okay, so yeah, Google's a little bit more accessible for that. If you're charging for your app, they also take a percentage of whatever you're selling if the sales are over X as well. So, but it's $100. It's probably worth it at the end of the day. Oh, great, we had a answer here. He answered it. Google free, Apple $9. Okay. Follow-up question to the buy button. Did you mean that I have to manually add a link to each buy button, or does it automatically add when the sponsor lists their products and services? The sponsor can add the link to their own product and stuff, but somebody needs to add the link. You need to add it to the checkout page for it. So yeah, hopefully your sponsors will do all that for you. Put in the products. How do you make changes to a sponsor's listing on the app? Is it going through the site manager? Yes, so the configuration of the listings is all done through the web version for that. For the sponsors can edit their own, or the site manager can edit them as well on the web version, and they'll show up in the app real time. Can you use video for the articles and blog? Yes, there's a way to put in video snippets in the articles and blog. So if you have any questions on that, reach out to our support. When buying eDirectory for the first time, what type of support do you get? With the monthly versions, you get we have support via chat, via email. With the enterprise version, there's phone support as well. And then with the owned license, that has I think 90 days included, and then it has a annual package to get upgrades and continued support for that. You can reach out to your account exec, and they'll give you more details on how all that works. We do take pride in our support, having quick responsive support. So can a beauty person schedule an appointment? Yes, absolutely. You can buy the link there. You would just link it up to Calendly or some other system to do a booking appointment. Yeah, absolutely. You can do appointment booking. The logo sizes, and I think most of the image sizes are all in the upload form. It typically says the size of the logo like X by Y pixels before. Will there be any videos about the new version? Yes, our marketing team has that as a high priority, making some videos. So we'll have those hopefully out in the coming weeks, some videos kind of going through the different features and all that stuff. Okay, great. Well, thanks everybody. Does anybody have any more questions? Hopefully I got them all. And great. Okay, well, thanks everybody. Have a great day. We look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.